to go into the inescapable downfall of Travis Scott. Now, he's been going through a lot lately. Controversies, disses, accusations, you name it. But let's see what he's been getting into.
Travis Scott stands at a strange crossroads. On one side, his empire has never been more expansive. Sneakers, soccer jerseys, and even overpriced smoothies. Every corporation in the world wants his stamp of approval, and Travis is more than happy to give it.
What do you have on your wrist there?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I make music, but I've been making a lot of crazy stuff lately. I made this watch for Audemars. Look at this.
That's crazy.
But on the other side lies the music, the very foundation of his empire, and it has never felt more uninspired. While the brand thrives, the art is stagnant. His music now feels like an afterthought.
Travis Scott could never fall off. But musically, yes, I think it's a dub, bro.
4x4. Nobody's played that record. You played 4x4.
The criticism that he's been getting the last couple years for having no personality and having no real insides, no real meat to chew on.
He can put out a project that is this low grade, this piss poor, this effortless. It sucks. Like, it's not good. It's embarrassingly bad.
The cracks have been visible for years, but by now they are undeniable. Jack Boys 2 came and went within a month. For a project stacked with so many stars, the music was shockingly average. A couple of decent tracks aside, there's not much for us to go back to. That's the core problem with Travis today. He hasn't progressed since Astroworld. He talks endlessly about pushing.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Sean be tripping,
and
bro.
Reinventing his sound. But yet, when he drops music, it's anything but groundbreaking. The same drums, the same hazy synths, the same beats.
That's so funny because I was literally listening to Travis today and I was listening to one of the songs off of Jack Boys and I was like, man, his rapping is like Travis is not like a good rapper. Like, he's not bad, but he's not good. Like, I remember when I used to listen to Travis and I was like, man, the things he does sound so innovative. But now I listen to Travis, I'm just like, you can't even give me a good bar, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let alone be innovative. And I get that it's hard to like one up yourself every time, and like it's hard to create something new out of thin air. So I get that. But it's like, man, like even the writing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The same recycled formulas. In an interview before Jack Boys 2 dropped, he said this about the new music he's been making. I've been really into beat making because I think a lot of beats kind of sound the same. You're hearing a lot of the same beats and the same drums. And not everyone wants Travis to reinvent himself. Fans aren't expecting him to be the next Kanye and to change sounds with every album. If he wanted to keep making the same records, people would accept that, if they were good. That's the issue. They aren't.
But he does make good music from time to time. But when he doesn't, all of his shortcomings just are massively on display.
Him being featured was once an event, but now if we're being honest, he's been on dozens of records in the last 2 years, and most are so forgettable that fans have started calling him a government-mandated feature. Travis has built a career on making mediocrity look monumental.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's so true. Like, Travis used to really bring, like, an energy, like a surprise verse, and you'd be like, okay, yeah, damn, like, you know? Nowadays, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like he just said, the point he said is like he's been on a lot of verses, so it's like just the volume of like him appearing on shit now too is just like, alright, bro, like what are you offering? Like what new can we get? You know what I'm saying? Nah, literally, bro. And it's like, bro, can we get some new artists, or can we bring something different? Like,
has been simple. Mix the mid music with grand presentation. If you look at the way he releases his singles,
mid music with grand presentation, that's crazy.
The formula has been simple. Mix the mid music with grand presentation. If you look at the way he releases his singles, they don't exist as music first, they exist as campaigns. Franchise wasn't just a song, it arrived hand in hand with the McDonald's deal and merch rollout. The Scots with Kid Cudi dropped alongside the massive Fortnite astronomical event in 2020, where the game itself became the stage. Most recently, 4x4 premiered during his WWE partnership. before becoming the official theme song of WWE Raw. The song isn't terrible, but it isn't particularly good either. If the music feels hollow, Travis knows how to disguise it by drowning it in spectacle. And nowhere was this clearer than his long-awaited Coachella headline set. On paper, it was the dream he always wanted to achieve, but in reality, it exposed the gap between the spectacle and the art. The branding was immaculate. They built a Cactus Jack village which looked amazing, but when it came to the actual performance, the part that matters, it was a disaster. He had a brass band on stage with him that sounded horrible.
Travis Scott had a very interesting performance at Coachella.
Oh, man.
This gotta be a meme.
Hey, everybody played a different song on the horns.
A sloppy setlist that clearly wasn't rehearsed. Instead of crafting a proper show, Travis rushed through songs, cutting tracks mid-performance like he was in a hurry to leave. The stage looked incredible. I mean, the man was walking on walls. But the performance itself was underwhelming. That has become the essence of Travis Scott in 2025. He's all spectacle, no substance. He has chosen the brand over the art. Travis will slap his name on anything. There is no guiding vision.
Well, let me jump in for 1 second and say the one thing with Travis I've learned, he will never do anything that's not 100% authentic to him. There's no amount of money, no deal anyone could ever give you to do something if it wasn't really brand right for you.
This simply isn't true. There is no careful curation. Cactus Jack doesn't operate with restraint or vision. They do everything. The business has replaced the art.
No facts. Even my middle school band will put, my high school band. My middle school band was different, but my high school band would outdo that shit crazy.
But in the last year alone, Travis has stamped Cactus Jack on partnerships with the Barcelona Football Club. He's launched a watch with Audemars, stepped into WWE, partnered with Erewhon for an overpriced smoothie, and was recently named Chief Visionary at Oakley.
What the hell is even that?
He took over major events like ComplexCon and Coachella. At ComplexCon, a massive portion of the convention was handed to Travis, where he turned it into a Cactus Jack wonderland. His own creative projects, his corporate partnerships, and the brands he brought along for the ride. Fans were immersed in a Travis-branded universe, and of course, millions were made. For the Circus Maximus World Tour, Travis isn't just performing, he's moving product. It's reported he's pulled $1 million in merch sales in a single night, and he's done it on more than one occasion. This is why the music has become secondary. When you're making 8 figures from a clothing collab with Fanatics in a few days, or making millions in the first week from the Jackboy vinyls and box sets, it's easy to see where and why the focus has shifted.
There's not a better person in the world to make product than Travis Scott. He makes the best products in the world, and we're honored to be working with him at Mitchell Ness and Fanatics. And it was one of the most successful launches ever. We had an 8-figure launch over a few days with only half the colleges.
What's even more disappointing is how Travis treats the fans who purchase his products. They use cheap blanks and sell them at ridiculous luxury prices. It's common to see fans in forums complaining about how terrible the quality is compared to what they paid.
I also get the question, how's the quality? To be honest, it's not good at all. It's like, if you're all about quality, the merch is not going to be for you.
One story that really shows how far things have gone is the Utopia vinyl fiasco. Travis sold the limited edition melted vinyls, promoted as only 1,000 copies being made. In reality, they mass-produced 10,000. To make it worse, fans who bought them had to wait nearly 2 years to receive anything. During that time, there was almost no communication, no transparency, and no option for refunds. Imagine spending your hard-earned money and waiting a year and a half for something that was supposed to be exclusive.
It's been a year and a half. We're all mad. It's borderline scam. It's wrong to do this to your fans. Not only did they refuse my cancellation personally, but they delayed it 560 days with no notice. People are furious.
Even the Jackboys 2 vinyl was a scam in its own way. It only had 7 tracks on it, just enough to qualify for Billboard rules and count towards sales.
This is, I feel robbed, bro. 7 songs is on here.
7 songs.
There was no thought for the fans who bought a complete project to keep for themselves. It wasn't about the music or the collector's value.
Damn.
It was about gaming the system.
Never lose sight of the consumer or the people that actually support the business. And I think that's the number one thing, right?
He lied! Y'all niggas worship him!
All of it points to the same conclusion. Everything is about money now. The quality of the music and even the fan experience comes seconds to profit. For Travis, the art is no longer the engine of the empire. It's the prop.
When you start to see so much more money in other avenues, your focus on the music kind of like, you like, bruh, I'm making way more money over here fucking with Jordan and dropping these sneakers and doing all this
random
shit.
Sports drinks and shit.
Like, it's just your attention span, you really don't, the passion is not what it used to be for the music.
You guys are still skipping my ads?
Travis the OG, Bundle Bandit, sung merch and whatnot with the albums, but everyone does that now. Honestly, like, just like the last guy was saying, like, when you start making so much money from different avenues, it makes sense why you might begin to slow down on the music, which is unfortunate for the people who enjoyed his music and who supported it. I was like a casual fan, so I don't really care either way, but I didn't know he was making like $1 million in merch a night. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. That's insane. But yeah, so when you're making that much money, I understand why you focus on merch and focus on brand partnerships. So you focus on like building the brand and doing whatever else you can. And yeah, like, I guess, you know, music took the back seat for that, unfortunately.
I'm getting gritty on these niggas. I'm getting gritty on these bitches. Here we go, now they talking again. I'm getting gritty on these niggas. I'm getting gritty on these bitches. Here we go, now they talking again. I'm getting gritty on these niggas. I'm getting gritty on these bitches.